Chasing and being chased are two very different things. When something is being chased, it is wanted, it is desired, it is craved for. When something is chasing, it isn't. It is forceful, it is controlling, and it is an energy that most people run away from. If you are embodying the energy of chasing and want to shift that to the energy of being chased, then stay tuned because I'm sharing 3 very powerful secrets. Welcome back to my channel. This is the place where you discover that being an empath is a gift, not a curse. I'm Karen Katz. If you're new here, it is an honor to meet you. I am a certified professional life coach, speaker for Fortune 500 companies, and manifestation teacher. I am also an empath that has broken through the dynamic of codependence, people-pleasing, overgiving, and attracting narcissists. And if you want to do the same, then start by subscribing to the channel, turning on notifications so that you don't miss one single video that can start shifting things for you right now. Today, we're talking about embodying the energy of being chased versus the energy of chasing. Let's get right into it. When something is being chased, it is craved for, it is longed for, it is wanted, it is desired. When something is chasing, it is forceful, it is controlling. When we talk about control, the underlying energy is always fear. So that thing that is chasing is coming from a place of fear, of neediness, and it repels, it doesn't attract. The thing that is desired and being chased attracts, and the thing that is chasing repels. It's literally like going like this. The more we chase it, the more it goes away. So if you are chasing love, money, an opportunity, and you're not being able to get what you want, you most probably are embodying the chasing energy. We're going to talk about how to start shifting that. They're both embodiments of energy, and just as we embody one energy, we can learn to embody the other. It is all a matter of noticing what we have practiced, what we have been practicing, and learning to practice something different. Recently, I had a client I was working with that had a difficult relationship, and out of the blue, the partner said, "I think we should take a break." It was heartbreaking for her. He proposed a long period of time, and they went back and forth and ultimately agreed on a couple of months. The first time we had session after the breakup, it was devastating. She was crying, didn't know if she was going to be able to make it through. It's that heart-wrenching, gut-wrenching feeling of abandonment. I felt it a lot in my life, not just in love relationships, but also in friendships. And it is very common when there is codependency, because it literally feels like a part of us is being ripped out of us. And it lets us know how enmeshed we are with the other person. We feel that pain in our gut. It is hard. During the session, we talked about the tools and the practices that needed to be done. And a week later, we met for the session. Her energy was completely different. She started to realize that she can control her emotions, that she can control her thoughts, that she can survive through this. And she started to feel stronger and more confident. In the middle of the session, something happened. She asked me if I noticed that her energy had shifted. And I said, "Well, I noticed that your energy shifted at the beginning of the session from the session before." She said, "No, in the last few minutes." I said, "No, I didn't notice." She said, "Well, he just texted me asking if the time we had agreed on had already passed." In just a couple of days, she was able to shift her energy from the chaser to being chased. What happened? What were the keys for her? And those are what I am going to share with you today. Key number 1 is she took her attention off the thing desired and she placed her focus on herself. Key number 2, she started taking charge of her mind, upgrading her belief system, the beliefs she has about herself. Letting go of all those misconceptions, I'm broken, I'm not good enough, and replacing them with the proper tools, with the exercises to start really embodying them, really believing them. And key number 3, she started taking charge of her emotions, doing the deep healing inner work, healing the old emotional wounds so she could start tending to them, soothing them, closing those open wounds, and letting go of those triggers and that sensitivity that no longer serves her. As we start healing ourselves, we start sending ourselves the message, I am important. I deserve to be healed. I deserve to invest in myself to get the support and the help that I need. It sends us a clear message that I am worthy of this. I am worthy of the support. I am worthy of getting the help and the tools that I need. Now, the 3 things that she did that were key are very difficult things for empaths. Specifically, the first one, turning our attention off from the outside and turning it inward, is extremely difficult for us as empaths. Since we were young, we had traumatic experiences. Traumatic experiences are anything that we lived that were an overload to our sensitive nervous system. If we had an experience where we were rejected, felt abandoned or alone at a young age, and we were left alone to tend to it, and we were shamed for being the way we were, expecting to be able to get through it, just being told you're too sensitive, get over it at a very young age, where nobody would have expected that child to tend to a broken bone or a deep cut on their own. But because it wasn't a visible wound, we were expected to tend to our wounds on our own. And that created a feeling of unworthiness. I'm broken. There must be something really wrong with me. Nobody's here for me. And craving to be rescued, to be understood, to be supported, to be helped. If there was on top of that abuse, in most of the cases for empaths, there was narcissistic abuse, that created a need to monitor the outside for safety. Where is the next danger going to come from? This state of hypervigilance. We needed to be very attuned to that narcissist's moods in order to survive, in order not to feel pain, rejection, shame, humiliation. So we learn to worry about making everyone else happy, people-pleasing, codependence, overgiving for safety. It is needy, fearful energy that is controlling us. It is hard to break the addiction because it is linked to our survival from childhood, from a very young age. But it is key in order to shift the energy from chasing to being chased. The chaser needs to control, is in a fearful state. It is running after something because it cannot live without it. And that repels the other person. It repels the thing. We are over-explaining, over-giving, over-analyzing. Everything has to do with an over for empaths until we break this addiction. It is key to break the addiction. It is linked to our survival, but it is not true anymore. We are not in that state or in that stage in our lives where we were powerless, where we were defenseless, right? We never upgraded that. We're still walking around with these wounds that have never been healed. oozing into every single relationship. So literally when something happens and somebody says, no, I don't want to give you the promotion. No, you're not the right person for the job. No, I don't want to be in a relationship with you. We take it so personally because those wounds are still open. They're oozing. They were never tended to. We can't separate this from my mother didn't love me. My father didn't love me. We didn't get the love we needed at a very young age. We didn't get seen, supported, accepted, and valued at a very young age. And that's extremely unfair. That shouldn't have happened. You deserve to be seen. You deserve to be valued. You deserve to be appreciated for who you are. That was extremely unfair. But this that's happening now, not getting the job, not being reciprocated in a loving relationship, not being understood, has nothing to do with that. But we're walking around with those wounds and we make everything to be the same as that, which puts us in more of this needy, fearful state, needy, fearful energy, trying to control everything and everyone, which is making things and people run away from us, because the more we embody that needy energy, the less magnetic and attractive and confident we are. So we need to, in order to shift from the chasing energy to the being chased energy, these three things are going to be key. Number one is taking our focus off the outside and into ourselves to start doing that inner work. Number two, training our mind, upgrading our belief system, letting go of those misconceptions, pulling out those weeds of those beliefs that are not true, and planting the beliefs that are true. Upgrading that belief system and taking charge of our minds. And the third one is taking charge of our emotions. And the only way to do that is doing the healing work, healing those emotional wounds, learning the proper tools. And in order to be able to do that, we need a safe space to process everything. Chasing is needy, fearful energy. I am broken, I'm not good enough, I'm the last one picked. Is that attractive energy? Absolutely not. Is that desirable energy? Absolutely not. The energy of being desired, being wanted, being loved, being appreciated is confident, is magnetic. Confidence is all about knowing who you are, knowing your value, knowing your gifts. When we become aware of that, we embody that, then everybody else gets the memo. The outside is just a reflection of the inside. And if you want to start doing the healing work, check out the programs that I have available. The links are in the descriptions. If you enjoyed this video, let me know by giving it a thumbs up, and please do share this information with fellow empaths. Take very good care of yourselves. I'll talk to you soon. Namaste.